Two-time Super Bowl champ Max Starks here for Maximum Football for the next hour. Max, we got some stuff to talk about.
Oh, we do.
Nice little mid-season reset, as I call it, the Cardinals season 2.0, thanks to the return of K1. It's a K1 booster shot.
Yeah.
When the organization needed it the most.
Yes, absolutely. And who would have thought? You know, you need it in November. People usually say October, but we'll take a November booster.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'm calling it K1.2.
Ooh.
That's what we're calling it, K1.2.
Okay.
Right there, okay? Because, Timmy, I'm just saying, there it was. What is your expectation for K1?
I expect him to come out, be a little rushed, a little nervous, coming out the gates. And I expect things to go a little slow at the beginning.
I'm with you on that.
Right? It's a process because this is a brand new offense, not brand new personnel, but a new way of doing things. And they have to change that modus operandi for Kyler. Kyler wants things a specific way. He's going to want it differently than Josh Dobbs and Clayton Tune has done it. The cadence is going to sound different to the guys because they hadn't heard that voice in a while. So, and then, of course, if you do get James Conner back as well, that's a boost, I think, that's going to help curb the steep learning curve that is learning a brand new offense for Kyler. And getting James Conner, that's a security blanket there to allow him to not have to put so much on his shoulders. Right out the gates. I mean, you don't want to sit there and say, okay, Kyler, week 1, all right, 45 passes. What? No. And I don't think this offense is built to be that type of offense. It's a run first, play action, move, get Kyler on the move. Let's see how he moves in open space on some of the RPO stuff.
Here we go.
So, some of the on the move stuff where you get to move the point and he gets to be what he is. A mobile, active quarterback, but do it within the confines of the construct of the offense, not ad-lib it. I think that's what it's really going to look like. And, I expect him to be a little rusty. I expect him to make a couple of errant throws. I expect him to run when he's not supposed to run, when there's a clear read that he should have thrown to, but don't throw interceptions. Throw it away, live to fight another play, but don't make the careless mistakes.
I just want to follow up quickly on this right here because I'm with you on game 1. I really am. How many games do you think? How many games do you need? You need 3. Is that what you're telling me right now?
3.
Well, you're going to start, and see, for me, I need 4.
Okay.
I got 4 games. I think that's a good sample size right there. And then that's going to be right to the bye week. Think about that. So I think by the bye, we're going to have a real idea as to whether or not Kyler Murray is grasping this offense. But you say 3.
I say 3 completed games. The 4th game is where I want to see the growth going into the bye, right?
Okay.
So I want something like the NBC logo, right? The more you know, right? The little star that goes in the circle and everything. It's like afternoon school special. I need to see, before we go into the bye, that positivity. I need to know that we're in the bye just refining. We're just refining, simplifying, and building on the good. So I want 3 completed games, and the 4th game is where I'm like, it's make or break time going into this bye. And how we handle that from that point forward is a completely different story. But I'm giving him 3 games. I love it. I mean,
that'll
we're still
be the Steeler game, won't
yeah,
it? The
it will
fourth
be.
Game
the 4th game will be the Steelers game. So, I mean, that's where you want to see, hey, can you do this? And you're going to be in inclement weather. Because by that time, it's not going to be friendly in Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh.
I'm going to love. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be good football weather. But
yes.
3 games to really see where he's at.
Max, give me your perspective, though, on a quarterback learning a new offense in the classroom, in the film room, which he presumably has been doing since about February. Once Petzing arrived, Kyler was rehabbing, but, you can do the work mentally in terms of learning a new offense, and then obviously off to the side over the summer, off to the side in September, and then kind of ramping up these last few weeks. But yet there's nothing like live bullets in a game.
Yeah.
So the dichotomy of mentally learning an offense and a little bit on the practice field, but then really playing in it in the game in terms of being able to master it. What are the challenges there for any quarterback, even Kyler Murray?
Well, I think the biggest thing, you have to go through, and it's not just like him learning it and not being there, not like a Josh Dobbs where, hey, I can go read this and I'm going to go play it immediately. Not that. He's coming off of a big injury, a kid who's never been injured before, to a part of his body that is his bread and butter. It's his calling card.
Yeah.
So it's not just, okay, I know that Marquise Brown is running a 15-yard dig route. Or, Rondale Moore is going to run the shallow drag at 7.5 to 8 yards depth. And I'm going to hit him once he gets across the second hash. Not that. How am I going to react to the sensory overload that is playing a game? Snap count, safety identification. Where's this D-line shifting? Okay, who is the Mike backer again? What is my hot read off of? Okay, offensive line, they're blocking here. The route tree combination off the backside option is this. And now I got to snap, make sure I don't drop the ball, keep the ball in my hands. Okay, how do I move? Am I looking off my first read to my second read, or am I going to jump in 1 to 3? All of those things have to flow through his head while moving actively with human beings coming at him. That's where it's a lot different to just go through practice and say, I have the red jersey on. Or in the summer, hey, I can read this on the board. Okay, so ride 32 double, the right guard and left guard work on this type of angle and blah, 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 blah. It's a difference when there's that emotion. And then you throw the adrenaline of the game on top of it. It's going to really be the management of emotions because you've been injured. You haven't been out there. It's your first chance back out there. Do I trust my knee? And then can I lead these guys on the field and not make a fool out of myself? That's essentially what he's competing with.
It's physically, of course, going out and executing the offense. He physically has got to be that guy. But mentally, he's got to orchestrate that offense, which is so difficult. It's all the things that you said right there. He's got to orchestrate all of that and bring it together. I'm fascinated to see what this offense is going to do for Kyler Murray. Once again, a lot of people are like, what will Kyler Murray do for this offense? I kind of see it the other way, Max. I see it as what this offense might actually do for Kyler Murray going forward. We're going to have a front row seat to all of this and watch it. That's really exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting because this was the hope and the premise that you were going with when you decided to bring in Jonathan Gannon, when you decided to bring in Drew Petzing and create a new system, a new culture, and just a new, operations. Monty Austinfort wants a physical, tough team. How do you answer to that physical toughness? Well, we've seen it defensively. We've seen moments of it by the identification of the run game being an emphasis in this offense. How does Kyler Murray fit into that? Does he bring the brass knuckles or does he bring the cell phone? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. I know what
you calling for help or are you going to jump in the mix?
That was good. I'm ripping you off on that one.